All right, you're here. So let's not waste any time. Let's dig right in. I'm gonna go to my screen share right now, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I've done, how I've built it, and how powerful every little tiny bit of this is. So here we go. Okay, first I'd like to say thanks for joining me. So let's just jump right in. This is the first of the 3 funnels that I've built. It's kind of targeting a specific audience, first-time buyers. So I just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of what it looks like on the front end. So as it pops up, you can see there's a little bit of animation, which is pretty cool, catches the attention of whoever's viewing this. And then a little kind of introduction here, lets you know what's going on. So let's quickly read everything. So it's your first time buying a home, and like many others, you find the experience a little terrifying, right? Good news, my first time buyer's guide can help. I've put together a very simple step-by-step information package. Side note here, I've already put together the package for you using the CMHC guidelines and what they recommend for first-time buyers. So you don't really have to do any work there. We can brand it and make it customizable to you. But so basically what you're doing is you're offering people this buyer's guide just so you can kind of make an introduction to them, because they don't really want to be sold and you don't really want to sell them. You're trying to build a long-term relationship with people, right? So they get the gist of it right here, just kind of like the 5 steps, a little testimonial at the bottom here, and then let's just say somebody decides, yes, they want this first-time buyer's guide, so they fill out their name, and then their email. So I'm just going to put my stuff in, and then send me my free buyer's guide. This is your first-time buyer's guide. It's on its way right now, but if you're as excited as me to start hunting, you can get it right now. So bang, they click on that, and there's the first time buyer's guide. It's really clean, really simple. Let me just jump back here, and then here's a real important part of this, and it's connecting with your potential community as well. If you know anyone else that could use this guide, make sure you share it with them. If they click on this, it's not going to share this specific page. It's going to share the first landing page, so that anybody else in that person's network of people that want to get into this, they can also get that buyer's guide. So every step of the way here, these people are giving you their email so that you can get in touch with them. And I've built a really powerful follow-up email series for you inside of this funnel, which takes us to the next part of why this is so incredibly powerful. And as soon as I give you that email, even if they don't click submit, maybe they've changed their mind, or they just don't want to be bombarded with sales letters or any of that crazy stuff, because we know how salespeople can get. They'll still get this few initial emails. So the first thing I did was I added a new action here that will alert me or you, the realtor, that somebody has opted into this specific funnel, so that you can be prepared to get in touch with them. So the first email that they're going to receive from you is going to be this: hey, so I'm so happy you've made this first step towards getting yourself into the perfect new home. You can customize this to be whatever you want it to say. I just kind of wrote down something that I'd want to hear as a first-time buyer. So keep in mind, like, I'm not a real estate agent. I am a first-time buyer, and I know from my own experience what it's like to be in this situation. So this is kind of the simple relationship building that you need, to get set up with somebody. So let's not waste any time, right? If they're interested, they want to get going, they can download that buyer's guide right away, plus the button on the thank you page. So the second follow-up email, I've set this up to send about 2 hours later. So it's not that they're getting bombarded with 100 emails right off the bat. They get this. The first email is like, hey, thanks for the buyer's, or interest in the buyer's guide. Here's your buyer's guide. A little bit later, they're going to get a follow-up that says something along the lines of this: I know you're probably overwhelmed by the sight of that report and all the technical jargon, but don't worry, I'm here to help you clarify anything that seems confusing. Remember, if you need me, I'm only a call, text, or email away, so don't be a stranger. So it's giving your audience that kind of warm feeling that they're not alone and they might have a friend. So here's the next real powerful part about this. You've already told them you can be a friend, but then right here, if you have a minute, I'd love the opportunity to start carving out an idea what it is you're looking for in a new home. So click here to complete this 30-second questionnaire. So somebody clicks on that, and then it's going to pop up. Thank you for taking the time to help me get to know you better, etc., etc. And then there's a short little questionnaire that is going to give you insight into what your new potential client can be. So it's going to ask all of the following questions. What part of the city do you live in now? What area do you see yourself most living in? What does your dream home look like? And I've put in a bunch of different ideas for them to choose. And you can also build this in your own account and customize it exactly the way that you want it to look. But obviously don't make it too overwhelming for anybody that's getting there. Then we're going to ask about the financing, but we're doing it in a way that it doesn't really seem like, hey, do you have enough money to buy a house? It's more like a gentle nudging, like, you know, have you considered what the financing is going to be like, which I know from my own experience, it's again very intimidating when you start having to reveal personal information about stuff like this. So just kind of doing it gently is an easier way to get the right information out of your potential new customer. And then jot down your ideal price range rather than making this a select box, because I don't want to give anybody a preconceived notion of whether or not they can or can't afford something. I want it to just be nice and gentle. And then real quick, what's the best way to reach you? Call, text, email, Skype, snail mail. This is kind of a joke, obviously, just to kind of get the little giggle out of them. You, again, can customize this to whatever you want. What's the best time to reach you? So this should take about 30 seconds to fill out. Then they click that submit form, and you're going to get all of that information in your surveys account. And then you can go through this information and compile, you know, what kind of demographic you've started to target, which is going to help you hone in on, you know, the right listings to start offering people, and, you know, the type of people that are out there buying, because as we know, that audience is constantly changing. So this is kind of like a simple way to hack into the specific information that you need from the demographic of people that are out there actually shopping and purchasing homes. But you can also break this down into that one specific individual response based on when this survey was completed, and you can view their information. Now, the reason why we're asking all these questions, I'm pretty sure you can figure out now, is you can reach out to this person now and customize MLS emailing system what specific properties you can send this person to look at without having to seem imposing on those people. So this is like a really powerful piece of information now that helps you customize the shopping experience for each customer, rather than you trying to apply one simple thing to every single person that comes through the door. You can, you know, get a feel for who your customers are and what they're doing. So that's the first of the 3 funnels. If you want to stick with me to the next 2, I'll show you how powerful the other options are here as well. And again, if you have any questions, just feel free to text me or email me. Otherwise, stick around and we're going to jump over to the next video.